Okay, so don't know what to do about the lighting. Hi, uh, this is Deirdre from Ask the Dog Walker, and this is my third video. I'm making a whole bunch of videos in the same day because I am on vacation on beautiful Cape Cod, and this is like I'm looking out the window for Noah and the Ark because it's been raining for 3 days, and it's cold and rainy and windy. It's pouring every time I look out the window. Like there's like birds and leaves flying past vertically. It's actually really cool, and I love stormy weather. So I have this big bay window over here, and I'm just watching a really terrific storm go by. But I'm in this cottage, and there's really nowhere to go or nothing to do at this point. I have come on vacation, and I'm introducing myself to you this week. Going to put a bunch of videos up on the YouTube channel and hope I can get people to start watching. But I'm the crazy woman who goes on vacation and takes her animals with her. So I have this rental cottage on Cape Cod where he lets me bring my dog, and I actually brought my two cats. I don't always bring the cats, but I brought them this year. And the reason I brought my cats on vacation, that's not normal. People don't usually do that. And I can tell you the car ride was hell. One of the cats cried all the way through the entire state of Connecticut, which is a long drive. But I have a dog walking pet sitting business in New York, and I was so busy over the summer. My dog, who's right here below me, she's so cute, she comes to work with me. So she goes to the dog sitting jobs with me, and so she gets to stay with me every day. But I stay overnight at people's houses, which means my cats, I spent 7 weeks straight going from house to house to house, sleeping in other people's houses. And so my cats saw me a lot of days just for the amount of time it took me. I was so busy with work. I would like run in, scoop the kitty litter, give them fresh water, throw some food down, and leave. So the cats in the summer when I'm busy really get the short end of the stick. So when I get a vacation and I have a week where I don't have to do anything and I can just sit around and chill, it doesn't make sense to me to leave them home alone all day while I'm up here when they could just be sitting here hanging out with me because I don't do anything on vacation. I just chill and relax. So I am the crazy woman who packed her cats up and brought them on vacation. So I'm going to try and introduce you to everybody. And the first one, hey Sam, come here. I have two of them right under the table because they know that I have a bucket of treats. Yeah, where's Lily? There's three altogether. So they love these things. These are freeze-dried liver treats. So that's for you. That's too big. You can't eat that one. That's a dog size one. That's for you, Lily. So I'm going to introduce you to my animals. I have 3 animals. People keep trying to give me more, but let's discuss why I only have 3 animals. I live in an apartment. I don't own a home. I don't have a yard. It's an apartment in an apartment building. I live in the suburbs of New York City in Westchester County, but I live on a busy downtown street. So I don't have a lot of space. Where I live is very expensive, and it's a small apartment. My landlord was really cool about letting me have any animals, let alone 3. Most landlords in the area won't let you have a dog or a cat. Nobody wants you to have both. So to find a landlord that said 3 animals was okay is next to impossible, and it's reasonable rent. And my neighbors are nice, and it's a nice area. I got really lucky. But it's not realistic for me to take a 4th animal. I don't have the space. And I don't make a ton of money. So I'm spending a lot of money on dog food, cat food, kitty litter, and I can make a whole video about vet bills I racked up this summer. So my head count at 3 is good. And anything over that is not manageable. The other thing I will say is that from time to time I do foster dogs, usually seniors. And I don't mind doing it for an extended period of time. But I like the dynamic that I have with the 3 animals that I have. And I find that when there's a 4th animal in the house, I have a hard time giving all of them enough attention. It's just that simple. There's a nice balance with the three of them, and I feel like everybody gets enough TLC and playtime and cuddle time and one-on-one time and attention. And I've just found that if I go to a fourth animal, I'm starting to spread myself too thin. I work a lot and I'm tired, and three is good. So, Cozy, come here. I'm going to introduce you to my three. Come here, Coz. Oh, Sammy. Sammy will be first. Come here, Sam. Come here. Every time I made a video earlier, they were walking all over the place, behind me on the couch, on my lap, in my face, and now I want to introduce you. Come here. This is Sam. That's my boy. And Sam is 13, right? You're 13? And I adopted you when you were 10 weeks. He's purring, but he's not going to stay long. He's usually the snuggly one. He also is one of those cats that looks perpetually pissed off, but he's not. He's not mad right now. Hard to tell, but he's not. He's actually pretty happy, right? Yeah, you're happy. You're a good boy. So Sam here was feral when I adopted him, and I had another cat in the house at the time, Dad the cat, who was amazing. Dad was one of those once-in-a-lifetime cats. He loved everybody. He was very social, great personality. And Sam came to me through a local rescue organization, and I mostly adopted him because he looked just like a mini-me of Dad, and I couldn't walk past him at the adoption event. But when I got him home, he's kind of a classic example of... All right, I'll tell you the Sam story in a minute. Come here. You want to come up? Come here. We have Cozy. Okay? Here. Come here. Cosette, come here. Come over here. Nobody's cooperating. All right, well, here's Sam's story. Sam was a feral cat. They caught him and his mother and his litter mates in a park or something, somewhere. And when I got him, I brought him home, and he loved the cat that I had already at the house. But he didn't love me. And he didn't want to have anything to do with me. He was terrified of me. He wouldn't come to me if I called him. He wouldn't play with me. I couldn't walk up to him. I couldn't get within 10 feet of him. I certainly couldn't pick him up and pet him. If I was sitting on the couch, he wouldn't come to me on his own and seek out attention. He wanted nothing to do with me. He was just mortally terrified of all humans. And I spent months. The first 10 months I had him, I had Dad the cat, who was 18 years old. And then Dad he passed away. And Sam was beside himself when the older cat died, weren't you? You were so sad. He walked around the apartment crying in all the spots where the older cat used to sleep. It was just heartbreaking. It was really sad for like 2 weeks. And then he finally kind of sat and looked at me one day, and you could sort of see the wheels turning, and I think he finally figured out that I was the only other living creature in the house, and if he wanted any sort of contact with anybody, it was going to have to be me. So little by little, it took months, it took a year, and a lot of patience, little by little, with time and with Tellington T-Touch, which I will explain in another video, I got him to come around. But I got to tell you, I spent months just looking at this cat, shaking my head, thinking, I'm never going to be able to pick you up. I'm never going to be able to touch you or pet you. You'll never come sit with me. That wasn't the experience that I wanted. It was very different from the experience with the cat I'd had that I wanted to try and recreate. And from a logistical standpoint, I wasn't going to be able to trim his nails. I wasn't going to be able to brush him. I was not going to be able to pick him up and get him in a cat carrier if I had to take him to the vet. And I there were a number of occasions when I just looked at that kitten and said, I may have to take you back. You're not the cat I wanted, and I don't think I can deal with this. It's just going to be too difficult to take care of you if I can't touch you or come anywhere near you. I can't have a wild animal living in my house. I can't take care of a wild animal. It took a year, and really slow going and a lot of patience, and Tellington T-Touch. Sam is now the most affectionate animal I've ever had in my life. When we're home, he is stuck to me like Velcro. the minute I stop moving and I sit or I lie down on the couch, in bed, on my desk, whatever it is I'm doing, he's on top of me. He's right there. And you want another cookie, don't you? Because you're awful cute. So it took a lot, but Sam is a success story. And I would urge anybody who has a feral cat that's sort of struggling with the same disillusionment and disappointment and frustration and the logistic reality of how difficult it is to have a cat like that, be patient, don't give up, and look into Tellington T-Touch, because it worked miracles for this cat. And if I hadn't learned about that, I don't think that he and I would have this great relationship. We have a great relationship. He's 13 now, and he's my boy. Like, he just, boom, all he wants is to be here, snuggled up. That's him. He's coming back, right? Hi, buddy. What are you looking for? You looking for cookies? Oh, you're such a good boy. So, so come here. This is my other. I have 3 seniors. Oh, that's Cozy. Cosette. Come here. Oh. Hey, Coz. Say hi. Cozy, isn't she cute? You're a good girl. Cosette. Cosette's had a rough summer. She's not too happy this week with the rain and the wind. Cozy. Coz. You're looking for a cookie? I have to give each of them a cookie now. Here, Sammy, you have that one. Okay, I don't know where Lily is. She's missing out. That's yours. So treats go a long way. So yeah, you go down and eat on your bed. So Cosette was my 3rd senior dog adoption. In 2009, I'll make another video someday about Chance. I started pulling senior dogs from the shelter, and so when I got Cozy, she's now choking. She was 10 in 2011. She just turned 14 last month in September of 2015. And over the summer, she had a really rough summer. She is very active. She's in really good shape. She sprints and runs and plays with dogs and puppies, and we go running on beaches and through parks. She walks miles every day with me, right? You're very active. She blew out her ACL. She hit a rabbit hole running through the grass at top speed, and I saw it happen. It was awful. She was running, and she kept going, and her leg didn't, and it was just horrific to watch. Scream. It was just awful. And when I took her to the vet the next morning, I thought the leg was her biggest problem, but they found 3 mammary gland tumors on her chest. So we needed to get those off. But we'll get into that too. That's another video. So she has recovered beautifully. She's a trooper. She's very happy, high energy dog. If it weren't a complete downpour, we would be running around on the beaches here up on Cape Cod. She is going for walks. She's happy to be outside. Her leg is recovering pretty well. She's running again. Not 100%, but pretty good. And we didn't do surgery on it. And we removed the cancer tumors, and she came through the surgery with flying colors, and we're going to do some aftercare, which I'll make another video about. But for now, she's doing great. So she is like, Sam is the poster child for adopting a feral cat and sticking with it. And Cozy is the perfect example of why a senior adoption can be great. A senior dog, it's like I have a 2-year-old dog. She's amazing. There's a second cat, Lily. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. She's usually here for the treats. I don't think she realizes the treats are out. She's also probably sleeping under the blankets on the bed because it's a little chilly here in the cottage. And Lily's easy. She was 8 weeks old. I got her at another local animal shelter, and she had been born in somebody's house, so she was raised with people. This is the ironic part. She was raised in the ideal situation, and it was handled from tiny kittenhood and was around humans. And I can't pick her up now. She sits with me, but I can't go to her and pick her up and snuggle with her. And Sam, the feral cat, is like Velcro. And then there's the dog. So as I make these videos, wherever I am, whether it's on vacation or when we get home, chances are pretty good that if I'm sitting on a couch or something and Lily is orange. If you see animals walking around in the background, that's my cast of characters. So when I go home, I have 2 cats and a dog, and I have lots of opinions on products that are good and not good as far as food and kitty litter. Even I got a great cat litter scooper this week. It's the best one I've ever had. So I'm going to share stuff with you. But you didn't get to see Lily. I think she was wandering around in one of the other videos that I made earlier. I went back and watched it, and she cropped up. So that's my my menagerie. And if it would just stop raining, I would take my dog for a walk. I don't think it's going to stop.